Hello Internet, welcome back to our Songs of Syx series. In the last episode, we spent some time getting our colony some basic services, specifically a well and a lavatory. We also learned that we can expand furniture in this game, so we went back and kind of redid our furniture station so that more workers would be available to that location. We also placed lights around our colony as well as a couple of trees just to try and boost the mood of some of our colonists. Our giant in particular is very unhappy living here. And then finally we built another farm, or we're in the process of building another farm so that we can get more vegetable matter coming into our colony. And that's about all we did in the last episode, so welcome back Internet. Oh, and quick saving immediately, okay. So I think the lights were a huge quality of life improvement in our colony. I think people are going to enjoy having light. They seemed pretty unhappy about that before. Our happiness in general is maxed out on some of our characters. The giant, I just don't know what to do to make you happy, man. I don't know how to make you happy. I want you to be happy. I want you to be happy living here. You're a giant. The few of them that remain are primarily found in the north. They excel at most things, but are difficult to obtain and please. Yeah, he's 5% happiness. I think we're going to avoid bringing more of them into the colony until we can sort that out and figure out what their problem is exactly. Let's make sure we have space for all the food that's being harvested. We do. We have about 47 days worth of food, and I think we need to focus on expanding our farming efforts a little bit more. So we're going to bring this road down here, so that they can walk on down here to the farms. Let's just build this alongside here. And then, you know what? Instead of doing just farms by the lakeside like this, I think we're going to expand them onto this side as well, and we'll just have irrigation come across. And we'll just pretend this is a bridge, because I don't think there are bridges in this game. So we're just going to bring the road down, and then we're going to build a canal on the other side, and we'll just pretend that it's a bridge over the canal. And aesthetically, I think that will be just fine. So we'll go ahead and do that. We don't want to go too wide because I don't know how wide the farms actually are. We're going to expand our farming efforts. Again, I think in the tutorial it said something like 30% of your workforce should be dedicated to food. I don't know what my numbers are. I don't really care about numbers specifically. I'm not really a min-maxer, but I would like to make things as reasonable as possible. So this doesn't look great, but we're going to just pretend that's a bridge over a river running underneath of it, or a canal running underneath of it. And they're going to build that farm. It requires them to harvest all of that wood, which we are about maxed out on wood stores. We definitely need to expand our warehouse. I think the sensible thing to do would be to just expand it further down and make this one bigger. Or we could build a second one. Since we're going to build most of our industry up here, it would make sense to have a warehouse near the industry and then maybe keep this one mainly for food coming from the farms. I don't know, because they have to walk quite a distance to harvest from this farm. How do we make dedicated haulers, by the way? It's in the warehouse, right? Yeah, we're going to need more people hauling, I think. And it's going to max us out on employees, but we're going to accept more colonists. We're down to 39 days of food. Yeah, but we're going to be expanding our farming efforts, like I said. Let's make the next one a fruit farm, since we just built some massive, some pretty massive veggie farms. This... Maybe we should count the tiles and keep it consistent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, can I just click on the building? 252 area? Oh, well, I'd still have to count, wouldn't I? Yeah, it doesn't say how wide they are. Okay. One, oh, jeez, I need something to highlight the square with so I can do this a little bit easier. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 wide. There you go, Internet. We love to count on this channel. It's definitely entertaining to count in front of people. That's what YouTube is, right? You just count things. So we'll go 14 by... No, we want 14 in this... Yeah, okay. So it'll be 14 by 18. We'll go ahead and mark that, and then we will build the canal out the rest of the way. And that way we can very easily... Let's make sure that's connected. That way we can very easily do the next one just by looking at comparisons of the ones next to it. We'll build another large farm that's going to eat up most of our remaining population. How are you doing, lumber mill? You're just raking it in. We're bringing in, looks like 48, 46 per day. It's not amazing. We probably consume a lot of that just in our carpentry shop. We're consuming 3 per person per day. So like 33, I think, is what that math comes out to. I believe this is per person per day. Okay, how are we doing on furniture storage-wise? We have 109 stored. I can't think of anything else we're building at the moment that needs furniture. So let's set up an export at the moment for furniture. That way we can bring a little extra money in so we can buy more metal and things. So we're going to export when we're past, what capacity? 50%. Let's call that like 30%. That way we have enough. We're probably going to want to cancel this in the future, but let's say 30% for now, and let's make sure we have a crate available for furniture in our export store. Furniture, yeah, we're going to need to make that available for export. Leather, we're not exporting leather as much because we are now using it to make clothing, and again, we should be producing enough clothing for our colony at the moment. It's just going to be a slow growth as people take these out of here. So but we have the capacity to grow to build enough. I think we should do the same thing in the tailoring station that we did in the furniture station, which is to expand those workstations to accommodate more workers, but we're already not maxed out on work. So, in fact, we're not maxed out on work anywhere. So I think what we need to do is accept more colonists and put them to work in our industry. So let's expand our furniture by 2, let's say. Can we expand our lumber production? No, we can't. We're already maxed out with that. We'll expand our hunter by 1. We'll expand our tailor by 2. And then we just expanded our workshop or our warehouse. These don't require people. Does the laboratory require people? It does. It's auto-employing people based on workload. I think that's okay for the lavatory. What about the janitor? Same thing. It's auto-employing. Export and import. Okay, so what does adding more workers do for this? Our workload is 6%. How busy your employees are. If workload is low, it means some of the workers have nothing to do. Okay, so that means that this one guy has so little work that even he is not working to a maximum. So I don't think we need to improve that number in any capacity. Now that I'm looking at it, the carpenter also has a low workload. Why is that? If workload is 100%, your workers might be doing too much and you need to allocate more. So we have excess workers than we actually need, but I don't understand why there would be more workers but not enough for them to do. Maybe, no, we have plenty of wood. Why would you not be producing more? Maybe because of our lack of... We could only fit some of these like auxiliary stations in there to increase efficiency. So maybe that is why. Maybe we just don't have enough. And with the building constraints, like we built it too small, I think. In the future, we need to build buildings larger than we have been. But it's okay. The laboratory is working. Looks like they actually have to clean up after people who use the lavatory. So that's pretty gross. We did get some farms built. We have all the employees we need. Keep expanding our colony. What would be next, internet? What do we need next? This guy is still unhappy, of course. 4% happiness now. Fantastic, of course. What could I do right now to benefit our colony? Well, we're moving towards that clay deposit. Where's that at? Right here. So we could start harvesting clay. Maybe we could put together an industry building pots. That way we could build in, you know, these eateries that require pots. And we could also possibly export pottery. So why don't we do that? Let's make a clay pit. Can we do it on the water? Kind of looks like we can. Let's just make it big enough to encompass all the deposits. Is that all of them? It is. We'll just do that. We need storage. Can we make this bigger as well? Cannot be placed on deposits. Okay, so we actually need to build this further out. Expand room. Oh, another slaver. We have 9.5 thousand gold. We could buy 3 or 4 or 5 people. Why don't we? We'll just buy 4 well, I mean, we have people coming in. I don't think... I mean, it's an opportunity to roleplay a little bit and free some people from slavery. Let's buy 4 people. And then let's... where do we see slaves? Slaves? Yes. And then, oh, and we can free them. Good, 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 good. So free our slaves, all of them. Congrats, you're free. Hopefully you join our colony anyway. I don't know if they leave when you do that, but whatever. It's roleplay, it's fine. So let's expand this room so we can make the storage and everything that we need. Storage 310. So I'm assuming that just allows you to store more on the premises and then it gets picked up by warehouse people. So I don't see any reason not to make it big. We might as well. And we'll just put it here. And then what does auxiliary do? Increases the performance of mines, must not be placed on the actual mineral deposit. So what do you cost? 4 metal, 4 wood, increases efficiency by a huge percentage. So naturally we want to do that. And in fact we should do that for our lumber mill as well, because I didn't know you could do that. And if we're going to do that, we should also expand it. But remember, last time we did this, they had to clear the area all over again. So, you know, that's going to be fun. But let's do it. Expand room. And we're going to expand it to include more trees. Because why not? Oh, and we've reached the max size? Okay. That's not great, but okay. Let's replace the old storage. Remove item. Click. Great. Build new storage. Rotate. That way it takes up more space. We can store more on the premises until it can be transported. And then auxiliaries increases efficiency. So kind of find some nested places in between these trees where we can place these. Place that. Can we fit another one? We will. So it's not as good as building a bigger one, I think, but we can kind of fit them in between the trees like that. It requires furniture and metal. How much metal do we have in storage? We have enough for both of these buildings to have. But that's going to require them to clear quite a lot of land, so people are going to be kind of all over the place, I think. Oh, good. It's not making them clear everything. They're just going to have to clear this additional section. And we may want to build another lumber... a woodcutter somewhere, just to expand that a bit. I think these builders should be hard at work, and once this is done, we'll limit the number of people working there. Same with the clay deposits. Once we start bringing in clay, it looks like they actually build land so that the clay is on land so that we can better harvest it. So that's kind of a strange thing to do, but we'll accept that. And this is going to look pretty ugly. I wish I had thought about that. Can I edit it while I'm doing this? Yeah, so let's remove... Well, are there deposits here? Let's remove this and then try again. Expand. Show me the clay deposits. No, don't undo. Okay, so we can cut that without interfering with... Okay, so shrink room by 1, and then we'll make that a 2-tile canal like we did before, so it's a little less ugly. And we'll even mark that now while I'm thinking about it. So we'll go ahead and mark this additional tile for a canal here. So that'll work. That'll work. Okay. And again, in order to improve our farming abilities, we would need to unlock technology, which would require paper construction, a library being constructed and worked, things like that. I think that's a little bit, still a bit of a ways away. I don't think we're going to be doing that today. But, okay, so we've expanded this. Let's reduce our... Okay, so workload is 100%, which is great. That means we have the maximum efficiency for people working there. And for now, I'm going to drop this down to like 26 so we have more people free to do other work. I really wish this giant wasn't so miserable. I know I keep saying that, but I feel bad. I feel like I should be doing something to make him happy, and I don't know what to do about it. Let's build some more torches. So we have some light by our farms here. In fact, let's build them on the road, remember? We wanted to build them on the road. And we'll just go like this. We'll go like this. I mean, they're not evenly spaced. People are going to be in the comments saying, oh, you didn't space your lights evenly. This is so ugly. Why did you do this? Whatever, but that's what we're doing. So internet, get on board. And then we'll build another one here just to kind of make that a continuous light source. Because why not? So there's some more metal spent. But again, we're importing metal, and now that we're exporting furniture, we should be bringing in just a little bit more money than we were previously. The lumber people are hard at work. We could even shrink this because it's not occupying trees and it's just sort of a waste of space, but I think it's okay. And we're producing at 100% workload. That's what I want to see. That's the important thing, is to have them actually working. Doesn't matter how many people I throw at the problem. If they're only doing 50% work, that's obviously not good enough. And this auxiliary thing we built here improved the efficiency by like 4,000% or something crazy like that. So I think we're good on that. We are lacking employees to work our clay harvesting operation, which is, of course, something we expected to happen. We're going to knock that total number down. Let's call it 12 people now. You'll see that they're not actually going to produce a ton. But for the time being, with our limited population, I think that is as much as we can afford to do. And then we're going to build... I think it's too soon to expand. We need to expand our population. So let's expand our population again. New level has been bestowed upon your name. Click the throne for details. Throne, click. We are now a sheriff. We get 5% bonus to happiness. Does not unlock any new stuff, unfortunately, so that's not super great. Next one, we'll get some of that law stuff that we were talking about before. So, okay. And we'll bring in some more people again. And I think our food supplies are dwindling. I think we should once again expand our farming operation. This farm, now that I'm looking at it, is much bigger than the farm to the north here. But that is okay. And let's build another... these are both veggie farms. Let's build another big fruit farm. I suppose we could grow grain. You can't eat grain, though, right? We have to make that into bread, which would be refiners. Yeah, we would have to make a bakery as well. That's another industry we could work towards, but I think for now we want raw food materials. We could also make pastures. I never did try this. I have no idea how you get the animals in the first place. They are filled with livestock that in turn populate the pasture. It requires, what is that, jewelry? No, what is this? It says it produces, hold on, it's too small. I can't really see what it is. Agriculture produces, are they like maybe horns, like trophies maybe? And the onyx produce cotton. Why would they produce cotton? Are they like, is that like a cottontail kind of joke thing? We could try making a pasture. I've never done this before. I don't know what it entails exactly, but we could tuck it down here. Since we cut off with this farm, we're not really going to be walking over there anyway. Although I don't know if they walk through buildings, so they might not pass through here. Let's, does it produce noise is the next question. I don't want it to produce noise if it's where they sleep. Agriculture does not say it produces noise. So let's just build like a pasture over here. Let's build out this road a bit. We're supposed to be moving to the northwest instead of south. But that's where our food production is. I mean, does it matter if the food production is close to each other or not? I really doubt that it does. So let's build out some roads so we can kind of get a sense of where we're going to be putting things. So let's build some roads here, which is this menu. Sorry, I still don't know where things are on the menu. So why don't we build all the way around this building, kind of like a little plaza with our throne room. We'll have this spoke come off here. This is as close as we're going to get to this, and we'll go ahead and build like a little 3-tile path there. And why don't we continue this one north? That puts enough space between these two that we can put some big buildings in there. And if we're going to do that, we might as well connect them now so that they are nice and uniform. And then why don't we come up north even further and we'll build a pasture up here. How about that? We'll build up here. I do see someone is pathing in this area. What is this? Oh, what is this? What is this out here? It looks like organs. I don't know what this is. Remove this. I don't like it. No, I can't remove it. Delete jobs? No. Delete room? Is it a room? Okay, so I can't get rid of whatever that is. That's okay. And then we'll build a big pasture out here. And it kind of fits, you know, graves. You know, the thing you would think would be near a grave would be like a church, but we don't seem to have churches here, so I don't know that they exist in the game. We'll go ahead and make a pasture over here. Which one do we want? Intellidont or onyx? Do we want cotton? I don't know that we need cotton, to be perfectly honest. at the moment anyway. So let's just build the one that takes meat. And I don't know if it needs anything special. So we'll just build kind of with the cemetery here. Just a huge... Okay, so it has walls on it. I need a gate, I guess. I don't understand. Must be placed at the edge of the room and be reachable. Do I have to rotate it? Okay. So I guess, is that all you need? So I'm confused. Is this going to be the gate that the people use to get in and out, or is this a gate that lets the animals out to like graze normally? Because if it lets them graze normally, we obviously don't want them to come out onto the road. We would put that over here. I'm just going to assume this is where they come in and out. So we'll just put one here. And there's no other items that go into it. I'm just going to assume this is okay. And honestly, if it's a pasture, it should be bigger, right? It should just be a huge... Just make it a little bit bigger. I don't know, internet. Hopefully this comes out okay. We're just going to go with this. I'm going to add another gate. Because why? Oh, only allowed to have one gate. Okay. So we'll just put that there. And then we'll put some roads up to it so it looks a little bit better. We'll just put a three tile road there. I'm going to assume that this is okay. We're going to figure this out again. I've never done this before, so we're just figuring things out here. It looks like there's a horde of people that just came into here. I don't really know what the deal is, but we're going to assume that that's okay. And they'll go about clearing that when they get an opportunity. Accept more people into the colony. So now the issue is that the majority of people in our colony don't eat meat. So raising animals is not strictly all that beneficial for us. But I'm curious to see like the trophies or whatever else it produces. I'm curious to see if they're worth any money is one thing. And the other thing is that we are expanding with our dwarf and human population. And they will eat meat if that is their interest. So... You know, it's not the most efficient thing in the world. We obviously should be building more farms, which I think we'll do now. And yeah, I don't know. Internet. Still figuring things out myself. I still don't fully know what I'm doing. I'm still very new to this game. I did, so I was on Discord recently, and we were talking in the gaming chat of the Cataclysm Discord. And someone, they all have been talking about Rimworld, right? Because Rimworld just had DLC that released. Everybody's playing it right now. Everybody loves Rimworld. I love Rimworld. It's a great game, and you should definitely check it out if you haven't played it yet. However, they were talking about Rimworld, so I posted a picture of Songs of Syx, which is this game, of course, that we're playing now. And I was like, oh, you kids with your newfangled graphics, I'm here playing Songs of Syx. And I just put like a really zoomed in, blurry image, because I thought, I don't know, I thought it'd be funny. I'm an idiot. Don't judge me. And what surprised me is that quite a few people came out of the woodwork to be like, oh yeah, I really like that game, or oh yeah, I played that, or oh, I haven't checked it out, I played the demo, I was debating whether I should buy it or whatever. So to my surprise, it is on people's radar. It's been out for like a year, I believe, maybe like early 2020, I'm not 100%. And it's obviously in early access, but I was surprised by how many people knew what the game was just by looking at it, right? So yeah, it surprised me a bit. I didn't really think it would be... I don't know. I just didn't expect people to actually be playing the game because it seemed like kind of an obscure game that I didn't think people would want. Oh, I see. So this is livestock. Neat little domesticated animals wrapped in boxes that can be used to populate pastures. So it produces domesticated animals. I'm assuming I can sell them. We only have a couple of animals here. How do you get new animals for this? They produce 0.08, so I'm assuming that's to simulate them breeding with each other. But then we can obviously export them if we're interested. Slaughter all animals immediately. No, do not do that. I was really hoping some of them would produce eggs. Like I was hoping we had an animal that would produce eggs, because I don't know if the vegetarians, they might consider eating eggs even if they wouldn't eat meat. Doesn't the hunter produce eggs? They do. Why don't I have any eggs? Oh, do I not have storage for eggs? That's just another thing we should be having in our colony. Why would we not be storing eggs? We'll add some eggs to that. I don't know. I don't know what to do about the food. It seems like it's farms only because we have such a high population of vegetarians. but I feel like the farms are like, it's not that they're low value, it's just I wish people would eat meat as well, because the meat is a much easier to gain resource, whereas the growing time on fruits and vegetables is much longer, obviously. Okay, so we are producing some clay now, although I did not make a place to store clay. So we need to make a place for clay. And then we can start working on our pot building industry. So that would be refining, I assume. No, workshops, pottery, yes. Produces noise. Well, that's why we build our industry over here. So what I want to do, I think I'd like to make it this. And remove the roads. And that door, I don't know that we need to remove the door. It can just be an open path into here. If people want to pass through it, that's okay. But I would like this to be a bigger building because I think these went a little too small. And because it's already in the road here, it's going to be about the same size, maybe a smidge bigger. I think we'll do that. Oh, and we screwed up because we need to put walls on it, obviously. So let's do that again. Workshop, pottery. Make sure the walls are enabled. We include this tile, that way it will use that wall that already exists. This should work. Nope. Can I control Z? I can't. Can I go, yes, undo. So we want to go here to here because we have to account for that wall on the exterior. There we go. We already have a door here. We'll go ahead and put a door down here and on this side as well. Why not? Build some workbenches. My God, I have a huge workbench already laid out here. Let's shrink that down a bit. Must not cut off part of room. So this is actually, I think, going to be tricky. Must be placed inside the designated area. You must expand the area before you can place items. What? It's red. Oh, is this not... Okay, let's... What is this? It's a torch. That's why. Okay. Deconstruct the torch. Remove the roads. Which we have to wait for, so we'll do that. I want to get this pottery up and running before we call the episode. There we go. Okay. Let's try this again. Workshop. Pottery. Sorry, internet. I'm sure some of this fumbling around that I've been doing in this series is probably going to bother some people. For those of you who are not bothered by that, I love you. Thank you for being here. So, now we can put just a big one in the middle of the room. We can't have it at the edges because they work from both sides. But this will allow for 18 workers. If we shrink it, 12 workers, 18 workers. And I think we can fit some auxiliaries on the left-hand side. So we'll do this. It doesn't conflict with any of the edges. Oh, it's a 4x4. Oh, well, we can just... Yeah. We can tuck that in here. That will increase efficiency 1200%. And then we can't... If we rotate, we can fit another station. Actually, we can fit multiple stations. Okay. So that should significantly raise the efficiency in this room. We can tuck another small one in the corner. Can do the same thing in... No, we can't do the same thing in this corner. That's okay. I think that's enough. Again, would be better if we had made this facility bigger in general, but I think with the efficiency workload issues that we've been having, I don't know that we're going to get a ton of efficiency out of it anyway. But it at least lets us create pottery, which we're going to need to expand our warehouse. We just cannot continue going with the warehouse that we have. We'll have to do that in the next episode. Clay's coming in. I don't know how much they're going to consume on a daily basis in the pottery studio facility thing. It doesn't require furniture, so we should be exporting furniture. We have 299 oh, we must have just bought metal, which we do need metal still coming in. So whatever, this will provide some pots. Again, this can be used as an export down the road. Workload 100%. It's using up most of our population. Our workforce is going to be eaten up by this. Looks like they're producing quite a few pots per day, however, and their workload is quite high, so they're working very efficiently. So that is great. We do need more people. We need to slow down our expansion of population, I think, until we get another couple harvests. I want to see this food stores in days go up to 50 or 60 before we really just hugely expand. Because I believe we just had a harvest. Yeah, we just had a harvest and we're still only at 26 days of food. So that to me is an indicator that we need to ramp up food production because we just did not gain that many days of food, even though we just had a big harvest of like 9 farms. So that is a problem. Although these two are probably not mature enough to produce very much food in that last harvest. So next year, then we'll look at expanding a huge amount of our population again. For now, I think we just chill. We do quality of life stuff. We don't expand worker requirements or anything like that. We just work with what we've got. And of course, we need at least one place for pottery. And that is one of our final crates. What do we want the last crate to go to? We're going to rework this anyway. Still no eggs, huh? Are you just not getting eggs from creatures? You're producing 0 of everything? Well, I don't know why that is, but okay. We're not going to worry about that now. For now, everybody, thank you for watching the episode. Hopefully you had a good time. I am enjoying this game quite a lot. It seems very simplistic, but it also seems very complex. Like there are a lot of systems and happiness and stuff like that that I didn't really pay attention to that we now need to turn our attention to. For now, though, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I'll be back with more Songs of Syx in the near future, and I'll see you in the next one.